some gun running tips this morning. I thought I'd hit on a couple of items that I just don't see talked about, and it might help you a little bit. A lot of people are buying AR-15s these days, and that's great. A couple things you can do to help you to enjoy your AR-15 and maybe not spend a ton of money at the same time. Crocus cloth is something that we were issued in the Marine Corps every time we went to the armory to clean weapons. Now, as I said, we were issued it in the Marine Corps, but you can buy it at Ace Hardware. If you have an Ace Hardware franchise near you, they tend to have it. However, I found that my Ace Hardware, as good as they are, did not know what it was, and I had to identify it myself. And basically, mine says Crocus on it, and it is so fine that I don't know. You can't really call it sandpaper. It is so fine, but it's great. It will not harm your weapon, but it will handle any surface rust you get. And you say, well, why would I get surface rust on my rifle? Well, in the Marine Corps we did, because we mistreated those things. But it's also very, very good for doing some fine tuning to maybe feed ramps, things like that. The other thing I want to talk about is axle grease for running your rifle. And actually, you can get a much better explanation about this from Valor Ridge, if you follow them on YouTube. But just a tiny bit of high temp grease on the metal-to-metal parts of your AR will keep them going fine in a prolonged situation. Nothing wrong with oil. I know there's a lot of very good, expensive oils out there, and if you want to run oil, and I usually do have oil in my gun, at least I will from this day on, that's fine. But this stuff, $5 for a can, and this stuff will last you almost forever. Make sure you just get the high temp stuff. Other thing I was going to talk about is a little addition or a change I'm making to my AR. If I can get it out of the container here. Speaking of lube, and this is a lube bottle that will fit inside of my mag pull. If I can get it out, and that says something for them that it's hard to get out. Inside of my mag pull pistol grip. And I think that's a cool little addition from Magpul. Got it for, I think, 13 bucks delivered from Amazon Prime, and I plan to keep that with some CLP in it, and I'm always going to have lube in my gun if I need it. Another thing you may want to consider is having some of the most important and more liable to break down parts in your weapon. That means a field repair kit. I picked up this field repair kit, I don't know, 20 bucks or so, and you can see here what parts come in. You get a firing pin, you get different pins and gas rings and stuff like that, a couple springs, things like that. And actually, the two biggest, most important items here are going to be your extractor and your firing pin, probably. The rest of them, if you ain't monkeying with it, I doubt you're going to lose it. Unless you are cleaning in the field, you may lose a piece just because you lost a piece. But now, me personally, I run this Tango Down hollow, they're probably all hollow, but storage front grip, vertical grip, and I keep a lot of parts in there. And then I also run a CAA stock, and on the opposite side of this is a battery compartment that holds the rest of them. So basically, I'm keeping all of this gear inside my weapon. So basically, inside my weapon, I'm saying I've got a field repair kit and emergency lube. And I feel real good about that. Do you got to do that? No. You don't need to be monkeying up your weapon if you don't want to. But those are items that you should have in your field kit when you go to the range, or if you're going to carry your weapon. So those are just some things I thought I'd share with you, some tips.